Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of the Start Somewhere Kenya video series. And in this video, we'll be showcasing 2 school projects done using the twist blocks. To do that, we have
Samson Ontweka here.
and my name Nick Muema from Property Noma, and we are going to discuss about the successful implementation of this school. So Sam, kindly tell us where this school is and how the client came to use the twist blocks.
Well, the school is known as Bethel School. It's a private school located in Kibera, near Olympic Primary. To round off, it's near PAG Church, so you can find it on Google Maps around PAG Church. They actually border PAG Church. Yeah.
Okay. So how did the client come to know twist blocks?
Well, the client came to know Twist Block because the blocks are just provided in a stone throw away. That is where we have our factory. And since 2019, when the technology was launched by the founder, that is Mr. Oliver Vomal, the client has been observing how we do various construction because we had done a school known as Olos and also a library just nearby and some of the stalls that we did. So that is where he got to know the technology and he wanted to use it in constructing the school in the sense that it offers affordable building and he could achieve the school within good costings. Yeah.
Okay. How did Start Somewhere help the client to build the school?
Well, Start Somewhere to begin with was the main contractor of the school. So we did the initial stage of the construction, which is known as the preliminaries. So in this segment, we involved the community. So we had a numerous number of barazas with the communities here because we are eventually going to use them as labor in the school. And then Start Somewhere also with partnership with the German office, that is Start Somewhere German, they did the planning for the school, that is developing the architectural plans for the school and the structural details for the school. And then Start Somewhere Kenya came in terms of project management, construction management, and the general implementation of the project, that is
Yeah.
Bethel. Yeah.
Okay. How long did the construction take?
Well, this school lasted for 2.5 months because we began late November, towards the end of November, and by February mid we were through
So
with the
you said
construction.
end of November or end
Yeah,
of December?
end of November. That is when we began the preliminaries because we had to first of all deconstruct the existing iron sheet structure.
Yeah.
So that is demolition. Then you did site fencing. Then you did excavations and such. So actual construction began, let's say, mid of December towards the mid of February. That's why I'm saying it took around 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were there any challenges that you faced when constructing this
Yes.
school?
We had a numerous number of challenges in developing the school. Uh, I was involved in the project as a project coordinator, or rather the project manager for the school, in collaboration with some other people. So the major challenge that we encountered here was how to deal with the community. So that was the major challenge because now and again you could find youth from within Kibera coming in and they want to halt the construction. But we have our own processes, that is the community engagement processes. In as much as we had those challenges, eventually we had to overcome them, we had to involve them, and that is how we realized this school. That is, as to say, the major challenge that we encountered in terms of construction, in terms of planning, in terms of the general implementation of the construction process. We did not have a challenge in that area.
I saw on one side of this school the foundation to be very high.
So it is a very steep ground. So initially, the first design, we had a stepped foundation in the sense that the other end was supposed to be on a higher level than the lower end, but we saw it twice because now we have the playground up here, that we raise the other low end a little bit higher so that we're able to achieve a flat slab or a flat playing ground for the kids. Yeah.
Okay. How many classrooms does Bethel School have?
Bethel is that now it has 12 classrooms. It also has an office and a kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some 4 girls toilets and some 2 boys and a urinal
Yeah.
just on the first floor.
So the 12 classes, are they divided 6 on the first floor and 6 on the ground floor?
Not really. We have 4 on the upper floor, and then there are the remaining 8 on the ground floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the budget to build this school?
Well, actively in construction, we utilize around 9.8 m to do the whole project, and that is inclusive of the preliminaries that we had to encounter. That is mobilizing people coming in, getting them to understand the project, and then eventually coming up with the entire construction. So it was around 9.8 m.
Yeah. And do you price the blocks per block or is it per square meter?
Well, it depends on the type of service that you want to start somewhere to offer for you.
Yeah.
If you are constructor and you've seen us constructing using the twist block, we could just sell per piece to you. But if you are a new person in construction and you want start somewhere to do the entire project for you, we cost it as a whole. So we sell our services from planning, from construction management, from twist blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Right over here, I can see the steel rebars protruding from, I think, from the foundation.
yeah,
So I'm guessing this is like the column for this particular wall for this side.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the way you do a column is a little bit different from the conventional building in the sense that our columns pass through the twist blocks. So from the foundation where we have a ground beam, just to explain how we did the construction of this facility. So we did our initial excavation after we've done the geotechnical analysis to identify the type of soil here and the type of foundation. So with those results, we were able to design structurally for this project, and we reached to strip foundation. So we did our excavation, laid our strip foundation, and then from the strip foundation, that is where we had our columns running down from the ground beam. So they are interconnected to the foundation ground beam. Once you reach the ground level where you need to start your walling. That is where we usually have a little bit of uh, technicality that you as a constructor need to be careful in the sense that the columns should be placed strategically where the block is, so that it passes through the blocks up to the point where you need them. So the columns themselves, they run through the block downwards, and you only concrete or rather fill at the points where you have the columns only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a block that has color.
yeah.
So how do you incorporate color on twist blocks?
Usually, how we complete the colored twist blocks is we're able to stack some blocks or some twist blocks together, and then we color them depending with the color scheme that the client prefers. And then on laying them, we distribute them randomly so that it gives you that aesthetic color appeal that the client needs. Yeah.
Okay.
So we are in one of the classrooms here, and just to show you, this is how we put our sockets. So the electrical conduits run through the twist block, the hollow nature of the twist block. So the conduits are inside the twist block. Then where you want your socket to be, that is where you cut using an angle grinder and then drill onto the blocks. Then they are connected directly to the bulbs through the maybe the roof or the chipboard ceiling that is required. Yeah, how we do the plumbing also is the same case. You'll see some photos later on. The plumb pipes, the PVC pipes, they all pass through the blocks, and then you're able to just drill where you want the outing to be. You'll see it. Yeah.
So Sam, being the project manager for this particular school,
Yeah.
can you give us the cost breakdown for each stage to get to now the finished school?
Okay. As I had mentioned earlier before, the project utilized around 9.8 M. That is active construction cost. And to begin with, that is the substructure, including the foundation and the excavation and the ground floor slab. It consumed around 2 million. Uh, then for the case of walling on the ground floor, it consumed around 850,000. And then the general metal work for the ground floor, that is the doors and the windows, it took around 500,000. Then consequently, the reinforced concrete, that is the steel and the concrete itself, for the slab itself, the columns and the beams, it took around 2M, 1.9 or 2M there. Then consequently, the upper floor, that is practically the four classes and one slab toward the end of the classes, where we have some two tanks atop of it, consumed around 2.5M in a nutshell. So if you combine all those costs, you will arrive at a figure of around 9.8. Not forgetting some external works and the roof. The roof, it's a metal truss roof, and it consumed around 450K for the roof itself. Yeah. So the plumbing system itself and the electrical system, the plumbing took around 400K for the entire project, and the electrical system also around 500 or 600K. Yeah, that is in a approximation of the costing for this project, excluding project management, excluding architectural plans and the details. That is pure actively construction cost around 9.8M. Yeah.
On my right, I can see a perimeter wall where the client used the twist blocks. So you can explain to us about that.
Yeah. The client needed to secure the premises because of the notion that Kibera is a very insecure area. So we ended up providing and designing for a perimeter wall that is around 3.5 meter high, and that one we cost it outside, not like the internal, or rather the internal square meters of the floor of the school itself. So we call it as external works. So for the external works, it included the perimeter wall, the concreting of the ground floor, and also the access to the school, because we had to provide a ramp from the main road toward the school area, because the school is accessible to the people with disabilities. So they're able to use their ramps nicely and access the facility. So for the open area, or rather the external works, costed around 500,000. That is the perimeter wall, the concreting of the ground floor, and also the access ramp toward the main road. Yeah. Hello once more. Welcome to another of our project here in Kibera. It's very near to the Bethel School that we did, and this school is known as Global One. It's a school that was developed by us, that is Start Somewhere, in partnership with the owners, that is the client, that is the Global One Foundation. The school was done majorly last year, a good part of last year. It's around 470 square meters. It's a 3-story school with 9 classes, a store, a kitchen, and a rooftop play area where we are standing at, and also some high elevations which hold 15,000 water tanks atop of it. Yeah, that is practically it. Still the same way. The only difference with this school is that the beams were integrated into the twist blocks. So the client had a huge savings in terms of formwork, because it did a beam that was laid into the twist blocks, not like the one that we saw in the previous construction site, which is more rather an independent beam. Yeah.
And also talking about the beam, we have the hidden columns as well.
Yeah.
So they're also integrated within the hollow
Yeah,
blocks.
usually in our construction method, in most of our projects where we are doing a storage structure, our columns run through the blocks. Then you're able to concrete only at the juncture where we have the columns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this being a 3-story structure, how high can twist blocks go when you incorporate columns and beams inside the twist blocks?
Well, when you incorporate columns and beams into a twist block, it could go up to 6 stories. That is a 6-story structure. But when you are past 6-story structure, that means that you'll have to do an independent column and independent beams, and eventually using the twist block for doing the walling only. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I like the design of this school. It has the corners.
Yeah.
We have some sides where it's rounded, and other sides where we have a flat wall. Is it a part of the feature of the twist blocks?
Yeah. As I mentioned earlier before, so the twist blocks allows you to have flexible floor plans. Flexible floor plans in the sense that you're able to have modern curved walls, like for this school. The school was quantified into a very small area. So we had to maximize the area. That is why we give it a round shape that it has, and it allows the client to maximize the area that he has when he wants to develop a structure. So it was part of the design. The client really liked the modern curves that we did into the design of the school, and it's also a trademark for us, because now away from the conventional building ways, you're able to achieve the curved walls very easily and at a very fast rate in construction. Yeah.
Okay. What was the budget for this three-story school?
Well, this costed around 13 million. That is active construction cost without project planning and money and the designs itself, the structural details. Yeah.
Okay. We are standing now on the rooftop balcony,
Yeah.
and I can see the school has a kitchen garden. So is this the students' idea, or was it part of the school?
Yeah, this is part of the school,
Uh-huh.
but also the students, the high grade student, that is, they're able to learn how to do subsistence farming, and it is part of the curricula in the CBC curricula. So they come here, they try planting and water the plants, see how it goes. So it's part of the curricula here in
Okay.
this school.
And look, judging by the size of the plot,
Yeah.
this also acts like a playground area for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kids.
Usually in the schools that we've done within the slum, that is around 4 schools within the slum right now, we usually provide a flat roof, a flat concrete roof atop of every structure, which serves as a play area, because the issue with space in Kibera is a very critical issue, because most of the clients don't end up having enough space. So we usually provide an extra floor. Rather than doing a conventional iron sheet roof, we do a flat roof where it serves as a playground for the kids.
Right.
Yeah. So you're able to maximize on the space.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also here we can see on top of the stairwell, we
Yeah.
have the water tank.
Okay.
So also that is also,
Yeah, yeah. That is also one feature of our designs. We usually have an underground water tank in every project that we do,
yeah.
be it a big school. So the underground water tank is fitted with a submersible water pump. The submersible water pump is able to pump water to the overhead tanks. So we are like for instance, in this school we have 3 overhead tanks, and they are served with water from the underground water tank. And then they will be distributed to the washrooms and to the kitchen from this point. So it ensures that because we have an issue with water in Kibera, the school has sufficient and enough water for the proper sanitation of the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to conclude, is this a column?
Yeah, this is a column. It runs
Uh-huh.
directly from the ground.
Yeah.
This is a column here. We also have another column there. Do you have some 2 other columns in this structure?
Yeah.
So it has like 4 columns only this place. Then you have a flat roof or another slab. Usually the way you do our slabs, you do it conventionally, the typical slab where you have the bottom bars, the top bars, the way you do it. Then you concrete atop, then you power float. It's simple. The only difference that we have is the way we do the walling itself, because now it's we introduce the twist block from the conventional.
Yeah.
And then the way we do our columns is different from the conventional way, because now the blocks act as the formwork and the columns run through the blocks. The way we do our beams, mostly in most of our projects, the beam is also integrated into the twist block.
Yeah.
And then the way we do our slabs, the block for the slab are fabricated in the way that you can be able to see the slab from the interior point where we are standing at, but from the exterior point you won't be able to see the columns, the beams, and the slab where they are from in the building. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You've heard it from Sam. He's taken us through the 2 schools, Bethel and Global One. So I hope you've been able to appreciate this video. In the final part, we'll see an upcoming house that will be built using the twist blocks. We'll see how they are laid and the construction process that happens to make a twist blocks house successful. So with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the final part, in part 4. Goodbye for now.
Thank you.